I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Gonna leave that one alone. Hello, beautiful people. David here with some more Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. We are here. We're here to explore. Fun fact. So this is I'm recording this the day after I recorded the last 3 episodes, and I just edited them. Okay, so I have some things that I'm curious about. The fact that Nekomaru's body is here, the oil is here, but the splatter is all the way at the top of the broken pillar. That's really interesting, very strange. Makes it seem like the oil might have been planted, maybe it was after the fact. I don't think the hammer killed him because it looks like it just dented his body. I'm still thinking more and more, very possible that, I don't know, a lot of things are possible, the things I already explored, but for now, we gotta check on the door and see what's gonna happen with the chain and all that.
Well?
I have a magic mind freak. Mind freak. She would. But yeah, and now I'm thinking the 2 towers are maybe separate and further than we ever thought. But again, the floor, it might be a whole different thing. Again, you know what would be the absolute nuttiest thing? If when you press the button on the elevator, you travel all the way down through the entire planet, and you end up in a funhouse on the other side of the world. That I could see this series doing. Watch that. Okay, so now we're gonna do the chain thing. The door opened without a hitch.
Hey!
It makes you wonder lots. Okay, so everyone's talking about the chain. I guess you could say that chain is off the chain. I'm sorry. Let's see. When I went to Grape House, or something caught my eye. Man. Before I get to that, I should explain the elevator broke. Oh, yes! Tampering the safety device. Oh, that makes it much easier. It's just as I thought. The control panel on the Grape House side was forced open. Looks like the killer messed with the settings and malfunctioned the safety device. But, by the way, I'm also convinced that someone tampered with the clocks, because Monokuma said you all missed Tai Chi. So that means Hajime and gang on the Grape side, even though they were in the room, they were late to Tai Chi, even though they were on time as they thought they were. So I'm keeping an eye out for that.
No.
Clocks were definitely tampered with. Which means it could have been a super staged by Nekomaru. Can I say that word in a YouTube video? I don't know, I'll bleep it just in case.
Hey!
Is it really okay to come here?
I think.
Oh, really? I mean, I'm getting bits and pieces, but I think it's gonna be really interesting. Remnants of the winds of hell, how I've missed you. The Netherworld.
Listen well.
Okay, great. Come on. Oh my god. Okay, and you?
See?
Okay, fine. Look, we're going. We're starting. It's the door with the picture of grapes on it. It should lead to Grape Hall. Okay, so this is where that door handle came from. Makes sense.
Now then.
Oh, it's the same as the doorknob that was on the floor.
See?
The doorknob next to Nekomaru's body came off and the door next to Grape Hall. Broken doorknob has been updated.
What?
No need to worry, just one clue will change everything. All the mysteries will be solved, as if everything were linked together, if you can reach it. Just like I did. Oh, maybe... Huh. When I ask him that, Nagito won't give me an answer. Ah, it's time! So maybe because you can't see...
It appears that it's time for the class trial!
You can't see the ceiling? Maybe somehow Nagito... He found the little hatch in the octagon room, and maybe it came up... I don't know, maybe it was like a winding passage that let you descend into here from the ceiling, even though it's a floor up from... I don't know. This is interesting. But we'll find out soon enough.
To tell you the truth, I'm tired. Extremely tired. I feel like spending the rest of my life hibernating already.
I'm sure everyone would love that.
Man, I know it's bad, but I'm so sleepy. I just want to ditch. Though I really don't feel like it. I'll show you my serious side when you come to the class trial.
Oh?
Even though it's impossible since it's so annoying, you can count on me to take this seriously.
Interesting. That feels ominous. Looks like it's gonna start. Another class trial.
Hey!
But how are we supposed to get to the trial ground?
Damn it!
You're right, we can't do anything until we get out of this building. Kane, something?
Hey!
You guys hear something?
Hey!
What do you hear this time? As if cutting off Chiaki, our surroundings started to shake and rumble. And then it suddenly appeared before us. Ooh. No way. It's Mount Monokuma. Okay, so that thing can go up and down and under the ground anywhere. Is he telling us to go inside from here? Seems that way.
All right.
Gonna go. Hold on, Nekomaru. Make sure to avenge you.
Jeez, you're pathetic.
At least be a little cautious. It's obviously a trap.
It appears you can...
I agree. I detect the scent of danger. Even my familiars are saying, do not go inside.
It's nearly
How interesting. If you can kill me, you're welcome to try. Try stabbing your sword through my very heart. Swahaha. Now then, we shall get moving as well.
Yep.
Yes, you're right. It's annoying, but if Miss Sonia is going, there's no way I'm not gonna go. Oh, it's so damn annoying. This doesn't matter if it's a trap or not. One by one, everyone went into Monokuma Rock. I didn't think the trial was happening this fast. I thought there was gonna be one more thing to investigate. I guess technically I was right, but still. I was the only one left. When I was about to take a step forward, we're the same. The same step ladders. Huh? Nagito was suddenly standing next to me with his eyes locked onto Monokuma Rock. Other than the small movements of his mouth, he was perfectly still. You and I are just step ladders. For everyone who holds the titles of Ultimate. I always believed that I didn't mind. Unlike you, I know my place. But what are you saying? That's why I was prepared to become a sacrifice at any time. And from that, true hope would be born. I always believed that the talent that survived would be true hope. Damn it. But it wasn't. There's no hope amidst all this killing. Of course there isn't. What kind of hope comes from killing people?
What?
Huh? Really? Are you suggesting that sacrificing others for hope isn't real hope? But you're wrong. It's only natural and extremely obvious that strong hope devours weak hope.
Isn't that right?
After all, that's what it means to live, right? There's no way I'm gonna accept that.
Well...
Oh well, it's not like that's what I wanted to say to you anyway.
Hey.
There's this one novel I like. It's a peculiar mystery story. Huh? A novel? The story is told from the point of view of a high school girl involved in a serial killer mystery. But when you get to the end, surprise, surprise, the girl was actually the killer. Of course, the story is written carefully so the reader doesn't learn the ending in the middle of the story. The protagonist is just a projection of the reader, and this projection turns out to be the killer. Hajime's a traitor. Let's do it. I want to do it. Which means the killer you were looking for the whole time was inside you all along. How do you feel about novels like that? What the heck are you talking about? You're just jumping from one topic to another. And I can't comment on a book that I've never read before. I do think that when Hajime gets his memories back, it might be revealed he's a traitor.
No good at all.
There's a chance. Such a normal answer. I should have expected that from a talentless reserve course student like you. Gah. But I know that you don't matter at all, so why do I care about you? You admire hope. I love hope.
Right?
In some ways we're similar, but maybe that difference is what's making me so emotional. Enough already. I don't have time. I don't have time to argue with you. Let's go. Everyone is waiting. Everyone, huh? So you still believe you're just like everyone else? Reserve Corps students are so full of themselves. Call me the Pope of Hope! Nagito's chilling laugh continued as he disappeared into Monokuma Rock. I'm going to kill that man! Calm down, that's right, I need to calm down. Took several deep... Please let that not be a Freudian slip that comes to fruition. I took several deep breaths, and once my nerves had settled, I stepped into Monokuma Rock. Actually, no. Maybe I will take several deep deaths as I fail at this trial. And I gotta remember, triangle lets me absorb... Well, it's not triangle, it's 4 now. It lets me absorb things in the argument. Alright. Alright, Monokuma, let's see your serious side. The elevator shook violently as it descended at an ever-increasing speed. I do feel like when this next person vanishes, there might be enough for a surviving team. But who knows? We might end up losing 2 or 3 more people.
Hey.
When we're in a normal elevator that shakes this bad, reminds me how efficient that elevator in the funhouse was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. Again, okay, so it was kind of cheeky for me to say that maybe we go to the other side of the world, but I do stand by what I said last episode, that maybe instead of the elevator moving 180, the entire thing moves around 180. That wouldn't explain the compass, though, so I'll put it together in this trial, but watch me go crazy trying to figure it out. Deeper and deeper. Suddenly it stopped, like it always does. I'd be more nervous if it didn't.
Well now.
I understand your desire to applaud this wonderfully vulgar trial ground. But it's so exhausting to discuss useless things, so let's get on with it already. So sad. My chest hurts. Forcing everyone to do this is so sad. How is Russian roulette, mon ami?
Hey, come
Hey.
on now.
Hey, don't go talking without permission after I've said my catchphrase.
Now I'm really angry.
But he didn't say let's give it everything we've got. Otherwise, I'll roll a dice, and based on the result, I'll give you a sex change operation that many times. Up. What an extreme punishment.
Now then.
Let's get on with it once again. Let's get a move on, boys and girls. So it begins. I hope this would never happen again, and now it's so happening for the 4th time. So there will be a 5th trial, but I wonder if it's going to be like in Trigger, where it's all just, you know, against one, like no spoilers, I guess, where nobody really dies except for the person behind Monokuma. So the 4th class trial was about to open. Although I'm pretty sure I've spoiled everything that happened in Trigger by this point. Nekomaru Nidai, the ultimate team manager, was more than passionate, more daring, more honest than anyone I had ever met. Truly, he was more man than any of us. However, I will say, the reason that Sakura was the traitor was because she was supposed to be the one to kill someone if no killing happened. Of all the people here, Nekomaru is the most capable person to have started the killing before anyone did the killing. So that's very interesting. It's possible he could have been the traitor, but are they really going to go that copy-paste with it? Especially if it's another Suiki'd? He sacrificed his body to protect Akane, and his appearance changed drastically because of that. He still tried to live earnestly. Just when I finally got used to his new form. Maybe he wasn't happy with it. Nekomaru's killer. So my big theories are, and the only reason I even thought that maybe there's a chance he did it to himself was because Nagito dropped it, so who knows what kind of dickery he's doing. But what he did say was resonant, like it does mimic a lot of the Trigger cases. But maybe that's the game's way of telling you, hey, this is the breaking point. So, possible Nekomaru did it to himself, possible Kazuichi did it to Nekomaru out of curiosity about his insides, and also I think maybe there's a chance Akane did it, if not by accident, like something else, or maybe someone was about to hang themselves and Nekomaru saved them. That means it could be anybody else. I do not think Chiaki, Fuyuhiko, or Sonia are really like that suspicious. Actually, no. Sonia might be. Wait, I need to see who's here. There's 3 that I'm positive did not do it, and so therefore I will be very impressed if it turns out that they did it. There's Fuyuhiko, Chiaki. No, I think it was Fuyuhiko, Chiaki, and Sonia, because Sonia was getting a little weird towards the end, but she's just been so ineffectual lately. And I feel like Gundam. Honestly, I don't think Gundam did it either. But who knows? I'm gonna say Akane, Kazuichi, and what Fihiko. Sorry. Oh my god. Akane, Kazuichi, and Nekomaru I think are the very big contenders. But we shall see. Nagito is kind of a mixed bag. It's very possible he could have done something. Another thought I had was that maybe Nekomaru did want to off himself, and then Nagito either assisted him or found him and then messed up everything. Like, he planted a lot of red herrings and stuff like that. That could be really fun. I'll never ever forgive them. But that's my musing. Let's see. Let's roll the dice. Get in with the trial. Life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair has begun. Alright, Nagito, the Pope of Hope. Yes, let's save the progress. Oh wait, no, let's not do that. Oh, I guess I should do this. Look at all our truth bullets, because we're gonna have to access a lot of them. Okay, and I don't know if I'm gonna cut this or not like I did last time, but let's go through these real quick. It's so far away from where his body was, you know? I mean, he busted his head on the pillar. So this was planted after the fact, or at least used on his body, not after he was stained. Or maybe he was planted on it because the rubble's underneath. Kane heard a rumbling noise at around 5:30 a.m. I already talked about how the clocks may have been switched, and that could throw a wrench in a lot of that. If Nekomaru changed the clocks so that nobody would go to Tai Chi, so that he'd go to Tai Chi and try to kill Monokuma, fail and get killed by Monokuma, that would mean he did it to himself, right? Oh, but no, Monokuma would have confirmed something. I feel like it is the student's fault, even if it's Nekomaru. Damn it. Things like this are what make me think Kazuichi is a suspect, because a lot of technical stuff was messed with. This will not matter. You know how it's gonna be? It's gonna be like, Hajime is gonna be like, wait, maybe there's another way, and then I'm gonna have to use this truth bullet, and then he's gonna be like, you remembered that, huh? You know, the scratch marks on the doorknob is very interesting. Yeah, this is gonna be very interesting. I can't wait to see how this is, because there's a lot of stuff that I can't explain. And I think all my skills are still here. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Again, I don't know if I showed all that, but it's time to begin.
Now then, let's begin during the class trial. If you vote
Who done
correctly,
it? Blackened.
I'm sure you.
Yep. Oh wait, what was
We're
that?
able to leave Strawberry House.
Oh, sorry. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. I skipped way too much. Who done it? The blackened, ready to go. Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu. That sounds delicious. I'm not the main ingredient, right? I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry, got it? Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth. Hey, why don't we go over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding. Alright, picking up with the voice acting, I can take a break.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m.
You did?
I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Tai Chi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning?
Yep.
Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Yep.
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Gonna leave that one alone?
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
Didn't we already confirm that she ain't a V? She lost her V card?
Legs like those. I could probably do the splits real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
Are you not gonna talk about how you wanted to take a bite out of me and Chiaki?
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too. From Strawberry House, obviously.
Interesting how Chiaki's the one who says Akane hurried over because of the announcement. I feel like there's a missing piece on what Akane was doing before this.
As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Yep.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
I know it's too early in the trial, but this is looking like she's already trying to throw it somewhere else. Although, part of me does want to believe she's just really passionate because she loves Nekomaru. Even if anything, it's like a mentor-student thing. But I think she loved him. But anyway, regardless, I think the game wants you to think that's why she's so passionate. But it's very possible she might just be trying to throw Strawberry under the bus as soon as possible.
What do you mean, definitely?
Exactly.
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes.
Well, what about Hajime?
One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest one here!
True.
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously.
Is Chiaki shipping people now?
We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
Yeah, and I'm more interested just how these houses are connected. Because I don't think it's how we've been thinking it is the whole time.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
And I also want to know what the frick Nagito saw outside.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
For someone who really likes her, you sure are condescending.
Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
I swear to God, if he thinks it's the hammer.
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
If you... Huh? Oh, I thought he was gonna go back again. It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing in the crime scene that looked like a weapon was... It's the hammer, but it ain't the hammer. Alright. Okay, let's go.
Guess we should figure out the weapon first.
It's gonna be...
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
Oops. Nope.
That killer, huh?
Hammer.
No, the hammer!
Okay.
The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
It was too new.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right! It was a surprise beating! The weapon is decided!
Okay, I already know what I need to pick. Damn it, I wish I caught it at the beginning. You know, I have dreams of getting the first one
Figure out the weapon first.
before it finishes.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That killer, huh?
No, the hammer!
I gotta get my controls
The
back.
killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
Gotcha.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong! God, it feels good to say that.
No, I can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
No.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
Because I did it! I didn't use the hammer.
That oil was
Whoops.
flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
True.
Yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
I think it's the other way around, my dude.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
True.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Don't ever call me that again.
Baby gangster? Me?
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys. I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
You really feel stupid, don't you?
Seems that was a waste of time.
What? During the first half of the trial, what isn't Gundam?
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle?
We can't. If we go through the other door, it looks the same.
If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
Which would be the pillar. But it was so far away from his head. You think his busted head and the spill would be right by where the pillar was.
I see.
I didn't even look at the bad options.
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Mm-hmm.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
Yep.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar.
Nobody.
Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Doesn't mean you can't knock it over.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
Yeah, God, that makes my back hurt just looking at it. It's no use. It's barely budging. Yeah.
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy.
Doesn't mean you can't knock it over.
But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
Which gives me a lot of questions.
So he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
Well, he probably lifted the pillar, and then whoever came from behind with the hammer smacked his thingamajig. And then when he went into sleep mode holding the pillar, it probably fell on him. But I still don't understand why the tippy top of the pillar had the stain and not the middle part.
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
Okay, well I'm glad we're addressing this early. That means I can rule it out if we hit a snag on that immediately.
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
Someone could have come from behind and, you know, gave him a little tap-tap.
What the heck?
It does bother me a little. That word, suicide. Yeah, we talked about that. Sakura! And there is a statue of her in this place. They definitely want to, like, make you think about it. They want to plant that seed in you. Whoops, sorry. Hope that wasn't too jarring in the microphone.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
But the problem's the blood's at the tippy of the pillar.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Knock it over.
Yes.
I see. So my gut was right after all.
Alright, Sonia, what you got?
Alright. It's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
Stop being cute. You know I like you. Alright. Alright, here we go, Sonia. Good night button. Good night button. Or pillar fragments. Oh, but the pillar was busted before he fell on top of it.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
True.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Well, who could do that?
Even I could probably tip it over.
No.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
No, he's right.
Sonia, you go, girl!
No, he's right.
I'm getting hella excited!
Huh. Is it the good night button? I kind of think I should...
There's no need to lift that pillar.
I think it should be Sonia's item
If the pillar was
that
not
I
lifted,
argue against. I'm like, at this point I'm just considering what I should argue
What about
against.
tipping the pillar over?
Oh, come on.
They aimed right
Fuck
for his
me.
head and bullseye.
Even I could...
Well, I might as well try this. Yeah, I figured not. I think it's the good night button though. Because
There's
if
no need to lift that
he
pillar.
lifted it and they hit the good night button,
pillar
that
was
would
not lifted,
that
beating him
would
with it
screw
is
him.
beyond a
What about tipping the pillar over?
No. Jeez, cease your questioning and stay back. The killer tipped over the pillar.
Damn it!
Oh my god.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
The fragments.
Even I could probably tip it over. Considering the pillar's weight,
It's probably the fragments on Sonia's statement.
I'm getting hella excited!
That's my guess.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was beating him with it is
What about tipping the pillar over?
The killer tipped over the... Oh, shoot, I missed it.
even I could... Considering it could probably exert...
Sonia!
It's trying to be funny.
I'm getting hella excited!
There's no need to lift.
If the pillar was beating him with it is...
What about tipping the pillar over?
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
Alright.
If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Yay.
Huh? Fragments?
Yep.
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body.
Oh yeah, and there's the whole ultimate weapon category, and we're not gonna know what that is until Nagito opens his trap about it, and it's probably not gonna happen until the second half of the trial.
If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed it, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
The killer tipped over the pillar! I don't know why that's so funny to me.
I considered that too, but it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
That's okay, you made an honest effort. But the killer tipped over the pillar, and I would not eat it with a box, and I would not eat it with a
If
fox.
they didn't tip it over, then how
In a
did the
box.
killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
Was it with a fox, then in a box? I haven't read that thing in a while.
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
But I think it's weird that there's oil halfway up the pillar, and then oil on the edge of the pillar. So that makes me think thoughts.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Alright.
Why are you so certain about that?
Because you know how he really died.
I have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
Alright.
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
I mean, there's the whole hanging from the pillar thing. Which I don't understand how you could hang Nekomaru.
Is that true?
Unless he was asleep.
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
If they put him in sleep mode, hung him from the pillar, and then he just broke off? Like, that would seem odd.
You guys, same as usual.
Nagito, stop being such a little pissy... idiot.
You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
It doesn't sound very hopeful, my friend.
What did you say? Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
You're so sassy today.
Hey, Nagito, what the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough.
Mm-hmm.
But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
I'm gonna kill this man.
A specific item?
Yeah?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
Yeah, it's the big fancy looking Keyblade that gives you magic and another combo.
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
Oh wait, sorry, that was the Ultima weapon.
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
Please cut the music.
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst, which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory.
Mm-hmm.
It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
I agree. All hail, Gundam Tanaka.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
I see.
Can we not do this right now?
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
I am not on his side. I will kill Kazuichi before I will kill Gundam, I will say that.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Oh my god. You're the reason this is gonna take an hour.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
Oh yeah, wait, actually I do want to know this.
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you?
But you're the Pope of Hope!
Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Except for Hajime?
Ha!
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right?
I like how Kazuichi, who thought Hajime may have been the traitor, is not even the least bit concerned about that.
Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse.
You're correct, but I can't place what it could be. I've had 3 working theories that I've explained already these past few episodes.
Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Okay.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Oh. I'm thinking now if the room itself rotates. But it still doesn't explain why the elevator would have the thing going crazy. So clearly something must happen when you're in the elevator for the compass to rotate 180 degrees.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
Alright. The 2 houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought I first knew, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. See, when Monokuma said he was afraid of this trial not heating up, this song is literally called Heat Up. Okay.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
That's what I
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
That's what I thought was possible too.
Is that really it?
But wait, no.
It's weird to say they're both the same place.
That's
I mean, the walls are different colors.
wait,
The
what?
designs on the floor are all...
Hold on. I'm sorry. Strange feeling? Regardless of whether you enter from the hall or the placement of Nekomaru's body, it's strange feeling in tower.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Huh. We've been thinking the 2 towers are the same building, but there's no way. That was the only mystery there was.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors.
That's not it. No.
Damn it!
Is it what Sonia
In
said?
truth, Strawberry Tower and are actually the exact same place.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
No, that's wrong.
Should go with my first instinct. This is a video where I just tell Sonia she's wrong a million times.
Are they really the same place?
What? Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
I'm gonna slap your face off.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
Something about the elevator and that room.
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
The fact that the elevator doesn't have any signs of movement means that I'm thinking the whole house rotates around it. But that would mean... I guess that would... Yeah, actually, that would explain... So I'm thinking the whole house rotates around the elevator, which would explain why the tower, which means like the floor of, is what I'm saying makes sense? So, does what I'm saying make sense, I guess, is what I mean. Because if you go in, you know, the whole thing rotates around the tower. But then how could two people be on both sides of it? I wonder if, like, if you call the elevator from one side or the other, if you'll have to wait a while. Maybe the whole thing rotates so slowly that no one notices every time the elevator's used? That could be really cool. But I'm gonna go with this idea that the whole tower rotates, which would explain why even facing you, the hallway room, the weird room will just churn and also face the same way. This is actually really interesting.
Does that mean he's wrong?
Either that, or just when you hit the door with the fruit on it, the floor will quickly change around while the lights are switching and the Usami projection changes.
Oops, I guess I've said too much. If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building.
Bow down.
I don't like... Look, Sonia, I love you, but I don't like you that
Then
way.
how about